What's poppin', fish keepers, shrimp keepers, and 10-gallon fish tank fanatics? Welcome back to another video. I'm Josiah Brandon, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my top 5 fish you should be breeding in 2025 if you're looking to breed for profit and you're a bit of a beginner. Let's get right into it. All right, so what's the number one fish right off the gate that you should be breeding right from the start for profit? It's actually not a fish. It is a Neocaridina shrimp. That's right. Neocaridina shrimp are super easy, super hardy, and super in demand. They are super. So why do we want to breed these things? You can pretty much throw a group, start with a group of 16 to 20 at least, if not more. Throw them in a tank, 10-gallon tank. Pretty easy. Most of you guys, if you're getting in the hobby or wanting to start out, you probably have at least a 10-gallon tank. Throw them in a 10-gallon tank, and within a couple months, if you have some muss, you feed them biofilm powder, Bacteria AE, some calcium, and some algae, you will have hundreds in the course of a couple months, and you'll have your first revenue source coming in. So that's number one. Once you're successful with red cherry shrimp, then I would recommend you expand into blue and yellow. Pick whichever one you want to go with, but I find blue is probably one of the most popular colorways, and then yellow is number 3. So red, blue, and yellow. That's your first revenue source. Fish number 3 coming in hot is the long fin white cloud or the gold white cloud. Get a nice high-end white cloud. They are extremely easy to breed. Put some white clouds in there and you will have hundreds in just a couple months. Make sure they have some moss, some plants, and probably one of the best techniques I found of breeding successfully with white clouds is I like to have multiple tanks. So I'll throw the white clouds in one tank, let them lay their eggs as they are egg bearers, egg layers. Let them lay their eggs, put them in the next tank. The fry will raise up, and the fry are super easy and hardy. That was one of the first fish I ever successfully bred. When I was in Texas, I got some white clouds. Pretty much day one, I had a white cloud fry. Fish number 4, which is probably going to throw you off, and you might be surprised, is the Pygmy cory. Yes, I said the Pygmy cory is my 4th pick, and one of my most popular fish I sell right now, at least out here in Tennessee. I can't keep them in stock. Every time I get them in, wiped out, completely sold out. They're big in demand, and you don't always see them everywhere. So Pygmy cories, at least in Tennessee for me, is a huge seller. So get yourself a nice stock of 12 to 20. Start breeding them. You can community breed them, or you can specifically target breed them, but community breeding typically seems to be successful for most people. The other option is you can find a really good quality wholesaler, ship them in big quantities, quarantine them for 2 to 4 weeks, get them healthy, and then you're going to have a customer base coming back to you and loving your cories. They're one of my most popular fish I have, and I'm currently sold out, so I need to order some more. Fish number 5 that might be a surprise to you is the Kuhli loach. Yes, I said the Kuhli loach, and this one you're probably not going to breed, but you, once again, if you have a wholesaler, you can wholesale the Kuhli loach in, get them healthy, quarantine them, and then resell them and make a profit. That's what I've done, and my Kuhli loaches have been flying off the shelf. A lot of beginners, and especially 10-gallon fish tank fanatics, love some Kuhli loaches. Or if you're running a 20, 30-gallon tank, people will get a nice school of Kuhli loaches. And they're a very unique, kind of oddball fish, and it just really draws in. I find a lot of people new to the hobby are really drawn to that Kuhli loach and think they're a super cool fish. Now, got to remind your customers, you might not see it a whole lot, and ideally get yourself at least 3 of them because they like to be in a community. Hope this video helps. Once again, to recap, number 1, Neocaridina shrimp. Start with your cherry shrimp, start with blue, then go to yellow. Once you get those up and running, jump into some sort of high-end fancy guppy that's in demand that hasn't already been saturated in your market, followed up by some long fin white clouds or gold white clouds, followed up with some Pygmy cories or some panda cories, and then finally some Kuhli loaches. Those have been my top 5 selling fish in 2025 that have helped me pay for this fish room. Hope this guys helped you. If you're getting started in your fish breeding project and you're trying to build a fish room, comment down below. What type of fish do you guys keep? What do you enjoy? What do you breed? How much have you made this year? Hope this has helped you guys. As always, I will see you in the next video, and I'll keep sharing my tips and tricks that have helped me build this fish room. And as you guys know, I breed for profit, and that's what I enjoy, and I love these fish. Everything, my last final thing I'm going to leave you guys with, everything in my fish room is a fish I would keep even if I wasn't selling it or breeding it for profit. That's probably the most important tip I have for you guys is keep fish you personally enjoy, because even if you're not making money on it, you will still love the hobby and not burn yourself out. I see way too many times people try to breed just for profit, and in doing so, they take the passion and the joy out of the hobby, and they get burnt out, and they don't do it anymore. So don't be one of those people. Make sure everything you keep, everything you do, you're passionate about, you enjoy, and if you do that, you'll stay in this hobby a lot longer, you'll have more fun, and you'll be way more successful and make more money at it. All right, guys, see you in the next video. As always, like, subscribe. We're going to come out with more banging content. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.